For the trap, because I'm taking that out because that clearly don't fit in there because it's foreign, don't fit in there. So that's a flat surface to go onto that flat rubber. That's a sharp surface. It's flat to a certain degree. Now chances are it might work, but if you feel like it's a bit rough, so what I do is I tape the end up. I tape this now. And I can guarantee you, with you taping this now like this, you will never come back to this thing. Ever. Ever on a month for Sundays. Like that. Make sure that you've got no thread there. Screw it like that. So there's no thread in it. Then that will just go like that. Screws on like a dream. See what I mean? Like a dream. Screws on like that, like a dream. Then I'm just going to go straight out with my waste pipe, and I'm going to use a T. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this trap on first, and same again, I'm going to tape this one. You know why I'm going to tape it? Because I can, and because I want to, and because I don't want to come back, ever. Whoa! Snap that bit off. Bit of a waste in it, but never mind. So I take this in again. Always tape it the way that you're going to be screwing it up. Why are we taping this? Because see this rubber? That's supposed to go in there, that keeps it flat, but that won't push in because that's on, so it has to come off. So we tape it, guarantees it shall never leak. Tape it like that, make sure it's nice and clean, make sure there's no tape inside, we don't want it inside, just on the outside, like that. Screw your nut up first, don't try to push it up otherwise you're just going to pull the tape off. Then push it on your fitting, screw it up. Make sure you screw it flat. Beautiful. And that might even have that going back there like that. Turn that around like that. Then that we'll have looking like that. His waist is going to loop into there. Now I'm just going to pipe it up first. So I'll get rid of his waist round the corner so it's not in my way. And the first one I need to start with is that one, because that one's higher than that one. So when I put my tee in, make sure your tee looking down like that, and we're going to put an elbow straight on top of that into there and one into there. I'll show you in a minute. And that's how I do this thing. Now it's just got two traps. I dry fit it all like that first. I know it's all perfect, it's going to stick. See how I've kicked everything away? Now this shelf is just going to go in there, going to be beautiful. Instead of using this thing, instead of putting all that in, do you know what I mean? Who wants to put all that in? I see it all the time, people struggling putting it in. Then they get it on and it don't leak, and it won't leak. And then the customer starts piling all the crap in the cupboard, jamming it in, they can't get it in, and then they're kicking it in door, and then they're shutting door to get it in the cupboard. When you open the cupboard, everything falls out of the cupboard because there's that much in the cupboard. Banging onto the traps, banging onto the waist, banging onto every elbow. Then they wonder why they leak. Obviously they're going to leak. This is all glued. That can take a good hit. That can take a good hit. Without moving and without straining. That I've taped up, that I've taped up. So I've done everything possible not for it to leak. Because in a customer's property, although they look after stuff, trust me, I've been under enough sinks to know, as soon as I open a sink unit, everything just falls out of it, man. Everything falls out of it because they just jam everything in it. And that's the place where everything is. So, if you do it this way, it's nice, tidy. What people say, they'll look at that and say, well, he's put 2 traps on there. He shouldn't have done that. Why shouldn't you have done that? That's the best way. That is the best way for it. Instead of using that contraption, what they're saying. Half of that crap you don't even need. But it has to go on for it to work. That is 10 times neater, 10 times more efficient, 10 times worse, 10 times better. And it looks 10 times better than that old contraption. You can actually get there to any isolators, turn them on and off. Any of them. Washing machine, dishwasher, all of them. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. You think? Perfect. So for the dishwasher waste, you make sure that it's nice. It's not trapped anywhere. Comes straight out of the dishwasher there. Come down. Then I put a 22mm clip in. I've looped it up higher than the waist. Tighten out, make sure everything's tight. There, can't drop down. See the waist there? Has to go up and then down. Because if you go straight, when that's straining away, if it's straight down, all the sink waste can go down there. If that's up, it'll never go up. So it'll go, and then when the dishwasher's pumping out, it'll pump out, down, out. Beautiful. And that's how we do a sink. Then all what's left to do now, run it. Beautiful. I like to fill sink right up. If you put a double check valve on this hot cold here, on this hot feed here, you won't get no water out of that tap. So at times, you just can't fit them. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. You either want hot water or you don't. It's simple. I just fill that up. Let it run off. I like to fill it right up, past the overflow there. Let it overflow through the overflow for a bit. Make sure there's no leak. Make sure there's no leak off that. Then run it off.
No
and it's
COVID.
it. No COVID. So you get your mitre, mate. It's now finished. Shelf in, that's in. I always take this panel out because if you leave it in, it just gets snapped. You just snap it. Snap it. Snap it. And then I use my mitre mate, the only mate I've got. But never mind. At least this one don't lie. Cheap, steal, beg, borrow.
Are you referring to me?
Then get plenty on it. When you put it in, always go backwards and then bring it forward so you don't have no glue on front. Like uno so. So hold that up for a couple of seconds. See that? Beautiful. Now I've got it in line. it's too thin, that, because trying to screw into this top here where we've cut it for the sink, you'll think it, but once that goes off properly, that will never come off. And there you go. Nice sink unit, all been tested, never leak, nice and tidy. You haven't seen a tidier one, have you? Like Christmas. So this section here, whenever you're walking along here, see these old houses, can you see the top of that unit there? That moves down every time I step there. So if I get that dishwasher door exact in line, every time someone steps there, the weight of someone is pushing this joist down. So the door's going to go into that unit. So I can just put it on and just not be bothered. Do you know what I mean? But I can't do that. So these two joists, these two floor here, I cut them out. I'm going to cut them right up to here, and then I'm getting some 2x4, and then I'm going to cut my 2x4 to the ground wherever it is, put them in plastic, screw them to the side of the joist when no one stood on it. That way, when you walk up and down here, the floor's not going to bounce. These units, you can hear them creaking every time you're walking on them because they're on blocks. So you've got to try and do your best, do you know what I mean? So we're going to sturdy it up, and that should sturdy it up. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, how much that actually moves down on. Can you see it bouncing there?
I can't see it on camera.
Right, so that's what we're doing. On this, I found out why it's dropping down, which I will show you. I had to get a torch on it. Get my mate to get underneath here. Can you see there? They've joined a joist and I've done it properly. So, and you see, Pete Tong, and then underneath there, that runs all the way down onto that batten, but where they've jointed that keeps moving. Right, so film is Lee. So what we're going to do, cut some damp course. Joist is splitting there as well. So all we're doing, simply some 4x2, damp course on it there, 4x2, and then I'm going to screw that in, but my mate's going to have to get off floor so it don't blow down. I'm going to screw that in with 3.5 inch screws straight through that wood, and then that's going to take the bounce. When people are walking on it, you're going to take the bounce off. And I do that all the way down this section. That's on concrete. I've just put some damp course down because it's concrete onto wood. And if it starts getting damp underneath, it'll stop it from rotting. But for the quick fix, very easy, very simple, and that'll do for the next 100 years. By that time, that house must probably fallen down. So we'll crack on and do that. So now I batten them all the way down to the floor so they can't go down. Can you hear that? You can't hear it all, can you? Because that solved that problem now. It's not pushing down when you walk on it. So now when we put the dishwasher door on, it's not going to be lopsided because of that joist. Beautiful. Solid. Feels like a different house. Like a different house, doesn't it, Lee? Yeah. Unbelievable. Now we'll put them balls back, screw them down, and then we're ready for the rest of it. Right, come on then.